Hi, this is Dan Elder from Kidasa Software. Welcome to this video about global versus individual changes in Milestones Professional. First, let me just add some symbols and bars to the schedule really quick. So I'm just going to use that plus tool and click and drag and add some symbols and bars to my schedule. So the first thing I'll talk about is adding the date to the symbol. So if I click on this symbol, anytime you click on a symbol and you're up here in the selection tab and you see all these little sub tabs down here, anytime you're up here, this is going to be an individual change for just this symbol that you've got selected. You can also select multiple symbols with Shift, and I'll show that in here in a little bit. But just as an example, if I want to show the date for the symbol, I can just select that symbol. And in date placement, right now, the default is set to hide. So I can set that to maybe below, and you can see it's below center or maybe to the left and middle if I want the date right there. And this is only going to affect this symbol right here. And like I said, if you did want to select multiple symbols, you could hold Shift and then click, and I've got multiple symbols selected, and I can do the same thing. So just set it here, horizontal. Make sure you set that to left. Or maybe in this case, I'd want these two to be on the right. So I could, again, reselect those, make those show up on the right. And this is, like I said, an individual setting for these symbols that I have selected. And if that's all you want to do, just change a couple symbols, that's fine to do these individual changes. If you wanted all of your symbols to kind of have these settings by default, including, any new symbols that you add, you want to change it on the toolbox. So I'm going to double click on this start symbol on the toolbox. And then I can go to the text and date properties tab here. And you can see this is the default location for the date. So since I double clicked on that start symbol, I'll just say middle and left, and I'll press OK. And then you can see it applied to all of those symbols right there. And then also the same thing for that finish symbol. Double click on that finish symbol, text and date properties, and then middle and right. Actually, that's the text placement. I'll do middle and right for the date placement. And maybe I'll move the text back above and press OK. And you can kind of see this sample symbol up here kind of showing you where that location is going to be. So press OK. And then you can see it added those dates right there to those symbols. Same thing with the text placement. So if I had any text, I could add a symbol text, for instance, apply text changes. This is going to be the default location for the symbol text. If I wanted to change it, I could either do it individually, changing the text placement here. There's also a keyboard shortcut. If you hold the Alt key and use your arrow keys on your keyboard, you can kind of quickly move symbol text around. And that's good if you got like a crowded schedule where you just need to move, a couple pieces of text. But if you wanted to change that default text location, you could do it in the same way by double clicking on these symbols. And instead of the date placement, you would change that text placement. And you can do that same thing we did where you hold Shift and select multiple tasks, multiple symbols, and then I could just type symbol text example, for instance, and apply text changes. And then that's going to apply to all the symbols that I had selected. So if you want multiple symbols to kind of have the same text, you could, again, hold Shift and do that, make those changes up there in the selection tab. Not everything can be changed, with multiple symbols, but some of the options can be changed. Okay, now I'm going to deselect these symbols right here, either by just clicking somewhere or clicking deselect up here in the selection tab. And then I'm going to modify this symbol down here. So I'm going to double click on one of these symbols. And one thing you can do, you can actually add default text. So this is just going to be text that automatically shows up whenever you add this symbol to the schedule. So just as an example, I could say default text and press OK. And so now anytime I add this symbol to the schedule using the plus tool, I just click over here, default text, you can see that gets added there. So if you have something some important milestone that you just want the same text on, anywhere you add it on the schedule, that's kind of how default text works. Another nice thing about default text is you can actually put short codes in there. So if I double click again on that symbol and go to default text, you can actually insert the value of a column. So just as an example, um, I'll just do this task name column and I'll say insert. So COL10. So this is just going to link this to whatever text is in this column right here. And you could see you could choose the different column and just click on insert ampersand COL10, press OK. And then just as an example column text, or, like task A or task B. And you can see it did not change those symbols that we already added. The default text only gets applied when you add the symbol. So if you already have added that symbol, it's not going to automatically update that text or anything. So just keep that in mind. But now if I add this symbol to this row, you'll say example column text task A and task B right there. And if you did update that column text, so like if I go to this cell and type like task C, update cell text, then you'll see it updates there and also on the symbol. So you can see it is linked to that column text. And another thing people will do is individually change symbol colors, which is definitely an option. Like I can click on this symbol and again, in the selection tab, go to size/color. And let's just say I want this one to be red. And, let's say I want all these start symbols to be red. So I'll just, again, just do that individual change, select all those, change them to red. You can see it applies to all those symbols. If you change the default on the actual toolbox, it'll probably just end up being easier for you. And I'm going to just click on reset for these symbols, and that'll reset it to the default. And if I change that color on the toolbox, so color pattern size shadow, let's say fill color red right there, it'll change all of those fill colors to red. Same thing with the bars. You can change those bar colors as well. Double click on the bar. You can change that universally here on the toolbox. And if you did want to change it individually, it would also be in that size/color tab right there. So first bar color, I could change this one to maybe blue as an example. But if I wanted them to all be blue, I'd want to change it here on the toolbox. Another thing people maybe just don't understand about Milestones is it's got the before status and after status colors. So you could change these all as well on the toolbox. Like if you want these to be, the same color all the way across. That is kind of a mistake though if you, double click on here and just change the after status fill color to be the same color. That technically does kind of work, and it will make it look like it's not filling to % complete. But if you just don't want to show that at all, it's a lot better just to go to the dates tab and just uncheck those options. So symbols and bars fill to status date. Let me actually revert this back to some other color. So you can see that kind of fill to status option is still turned on. But if you go in the dates tab again and just uncheck bars fill to status date, it's just going to use the same color for the before status and after status. Same thing with the symbols. You can see these are all red until it gets here and they become white. That's the after status color. You just uncheck that and that'll just revert it all to use just the normal fill colors right here, so the fill color, and it'll just ignore this after status option here. So you don't have to go here and change it to red if you want it to be red after status. You can just turn that option off in the dates tab, symbols and bars, fill to status date. And a lot of options, like universal options, are going to be on the Format tab. So in the Format tab, if you come over to the right, kind of this default text section, as well as the symbol size option right here, you can go to each column individually and change the column text size. But if you just want all of your columns, for example, to have the same text, you can just come here and change the text slightly, make it a little smaller and bold or something like that. Just as an example, you can see it just changed all the columns, and that'll include any new columns that I add, so I don't have to add a column and then reformat it to however I like it. I could just change the default here. Same thing with symbol text. You probably saw on your symbol options, you could change the symbol text individually. But if you change it here on the Format tab, it's going to affect all of the symbols. So any new symbols as well. So just keep that in mind. The Format tab is where a lot of kind of default settings are going to be. Let me change that back to something a little more normal, maybe. Same thing with symbol size. You can go to each symbol individually and change the symbol size. But if you just change it here, that'll just be kind of a universal setting. And it will also change the default bar size because the bars are kind of based off of the symbol size. So you can kind of see those settings right there take effect. Again, that's the Format tab, kind of all these settings on the right. A lot of universal changes that you can make. And you can also change background colors either individually or kind of universally. So on the Format tab, got horizontal grid lines and shading right here. Just as an example, I can change this background color. And this is going to be kind of the default for all the rows on the schedule. Again, that's horizontal grid lines and shading. I could also change the grid lines if I wanted to. But you can see those kind of take effect after I select those and press OK. You can also change those individually. So if I just click on a single row, more taskbar options, grid line shade. If I just want one row to have a different color, that's fine. I can just do that and kind of select it. You can also select multiple rows. So if I wanted all these rows to kind of have the same background color, again, I'm just going to more taskbar options and then grid line / shade. And just kind of changing that to some beautiful color like lime green. That looks great. And if you're doing this, you can also select maybe in this case the top 3 rows. I'm going to remove the grid line. It just removes it from the bottom of the row. So again, more taskbar options, grid line shade. Just uncheck the grid lines right there. And then that'll make it look, kind of like a swim lane or like one giant row, for example. Again, if I wanted to change all of the backgrounds, I would just go to horizontal grid lines and shading. Another useful tool for changing a lot of stuff at once is the Find and Replace. If I go to Edit, the Edit tab, and you've got Find and Replace All. So this can search a lot of stuff on your schedule. If I click Find and Replace All, just as an example, I could change this to just search the symbol text, and maybe instead of text, I can search for text and replace with awesome, just as an example. And I've just got symbol text selected, begin search replace. So it just kind of tells you everything that it changed. So now instead of default text, it says, default awesome and symbol awesome example, for example. You can also click on undo, and that'll just, hopefully undo anything that you might have just done and just revert it back to how it was if you made, any mistakes. I can press done / cancel right there. Another useful tool is actually on the Tools tab. If you go to the Tools tab, and then over here on the right side, this is actually how you can manage a lot of individual overrides on your schedule. If you click on, manage symbols, pictures, all this stuff right here, I can just say manage symbols. And this is a lot of kind of individual overrides that you might have applied and you just want to kind of remove them. For instance, you can just select whatever you want to remove, and it will go to each symbol and just kind of reset those values. So it'll just remove it. If you just want to get rid of all your text, for instance, remove all 3 lines of symbol text from every symbol. Just press OK. That'll just actually delete the text. So it's not hiding it. So it is actually deleting it, like if I go to that text. If I go to Edit, Undo, I should be able to undo that. And if you actually just want to hide the text or the dates temporarily, that's another pretty nice universal change you can do. That's actually in the View tab. If you go to Override Symbol Text and Symbol Date Display, you can just say hide all symbol dates, hide all symbol text, for instance. And this is just a temporary hide. Press OK. So it's just going to hide all that text. And then I can just turn them back on, use Toolbox Settings, and that'll bring that text and dates back to those symbols. One final thing is my date column has times in it. If you ever run into that, you can go to the Dates tab and choose More Settings down here under Displayed Start and End Date, and go to hourly/minute. And then it's these two check boxes right here, allow hourly detail and allow minute detail. So if you check those, you could just click OK. Then now it's just going to show the date. So that's pretty nice. That's one final thing for this schedule. And that's pretty much it for this video about individual and universal changes in Milestones Professional. There are other universal and individual changes that I didn't cover. There's just a lot of options in this software, but we have a lot of other videos on the on our website and our YouTube page. So feel free to check those out. And I hope you have a nice day. Thanks for watching.